It was a great career that we had over at Hopakon, and I just saw an opportunity to take it, and I love it here so far. I've been here for the past month working with the kids. I met with the kids already, met with the parents. They seem very receptive to it. They're ready for the energy and the excitement, and I can't wait to get it started.
You are so much associated with Hopakon football. First as a great player leading them to a state title, then coaching as an assistant and head coach the last few years. How tough was it to say goodbye to the town that knows and loves you and that you love back?
Sure. Anytime when you leave a place that you've been there for a long time, it is not an easy decision. Sat down, spoke with the kids. They were very mature with the process. And those guys know I love them and I always will, and those are my guys over there. And I told the kids here at Jefferson that those are my roots, and that's something that I preach. Don't forget about where you're from. And they'll always hold a place in my heart. But it just was time for me to move on and take on another opportunity. And like I said, I'll never forget my experiences there, and any good coach would say that. The goods and the bads, you use that to carry on with your future on where you're going.
We talked off camera that it's the same type of kid at Jefferson or Hopakon, something you're familiar with growing up. Just talk about how the same type of kid that you're familiar with.
Yeah, they are very similar. Tough kids who want to give everything and want to win. And I know the community here is very similar with that too. So I'm excited, and what I expect for them is to work hard and continue that toughness with me as head coach.
Last year, Jefferson 5-5, and towards the end of the year, really started to play some real good football. They're very young. You got a lot of kids coming back. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we played them the last 2 years, so I'm very familiar with them, game planning against them. Since I've been here at Jefferson, been able to break down some film as well. A lot of them coming back with experience, so that's a good thing. Anyone would want that experience. Coming back, being 5-5 at 500, it's time to now take that next step and try to get over that hump and get into the state playoffs.
Now, obviously, when you're out of Hopakon, you had great success running the Delaware wing tee. Is that something you're going to bring to Jefferson, or you're going to play it by ear and see what kind of kid you have?
Well, I always loved the wing tee concepts. And at my time calling plays at Hopakon, past 9 years, we were a mix of different things depending on the talent. So one of my philosophies is definitely seeing what type of talent you have and kind of molding your offense to it. But yeah, there'll be some wing tee concepts involved.
And not only it's a new position for you, new league with the new super conference, you're going to be playing almost like the old Skyline Conference for the real old fans. You're playing Sparta, you're playing High Point, you're playing Vernon, West Milford. Your thoughts on playing these schools?
I'm excited. Very competitive league. I love to compete. I think that's the best part of coaching and playing in sports. Very, very respectable league. So like I said, you got some of the old SCIL, some of the old Skyline Conference teams. It's kind of like a mix now of everything. Teams that some of them I'm familiar coaching against or even playing against, but I can't wait to get that started.
And just talk about making the jump from a Group 1 school where you were successful to a Group 3.
Yeah, ultimately that was one of the things that I wanted for my coaching career was to move on to a bigger program. Hey, when you go from a Group 1 to Group 3, you just have a better situation with the pipeline of talent that especially comes through Jefferson. Just more kids to choose from in all sports. As I was telling the AD here, after weight room sessions here in the spring, I go outside and you got a variety of different sports going on, and all the kids are out there playing. And that's a philosophy here at Jefferson that I love, where kids play sports. They're definitely multi-sport athletes, and it's exciting to see them compete at all levels.
We talked about before, you're a Hopakon guy through and through. You're making this change. Just your thoughts and your time at Hopakon as a student athlete and as a coach.
Well, all those experiences at Hopakon made me the person who I am today. You could always reflect on the goods and the bads, use those experiences to help you in the future. Especially all the coaches and teachers that I've had there and colleagues that I've worked with. Most of them I'll continue to build, hold a close relationship with. But those experiences ultimately make you a better person, and I will use those experiences to help me here at Jefferson.